Hello, my name is Connor Ilf. For my presentation, I chose to do family involvement, specifically in sports performance. For the sake of my presentation, I'm going to break it down into three parts. First, what is family involvement in sports performance? Second, why is family involvement in sports performance useful to teachers? And last, how do we bring families and involve them in sports performance? What is family involvement in sports performance, you might ask? First off, family involvement is when you bring in parents, siblings, or really anyone the student associates to be their family into the school to watch them do activities. Secondly, sports performance is a relatively new class offered by some school districts in which students can choose, usually as an option, that will help them specify to their sport and is good with things like Olympic lifting training, nutrition programs, as well as helping them with general testing that they might have to do to try to make the next level sports, such as university sports or say the Alberta provincial team. And is a very good program in both the short and the long term to the athletes. Why is family involvement useful for sports performance? There are many reasons it is useful, but for the sake of my presentation, I've broken it down into what I thought were the most beneficial reasons that families should be involved in sports performance. First off, I think it's good to bring the family in to see the students' progress. For example, if they are weightlifting, they might only be able to squat 135 pounds at the start, which the parents and family might see. But if they come in, say, a couple months later and the student's up to 185 pounds, I think that's both beneficial for the students and for the parents and the family involved to see the progress is being made. Another major thing that I think is beneficial is the nutrition. By bringing the family and the student in to talk about nutrition, I think it will help them at home because they'll be on the same page when it comes to fueling their body and therefore will probably become better and more healthy eaters at home, which will really benefit their performance in sports and will help them see progress in being healthy in life and also being a better athlete. Another thing that I thought was beneficial is one of the main curricular outcomes from the sports performance and phys ed curricular outcomes is doing it daily for life. By bringing a sibling or a family or whoever, your dad, your mom, into the classroom and showing them what you're doing and showing them the techniques of Olympic weight training, etc., it will help them in the long term, as they might be someone they can work out with in the summers, and the students will probably be more likely to continue the sports performance out of the class and in the summers and into their next years, and not just for the time they spend in the sports performance. What is the best way to implement family involvement in sports performance? Well, really, I think it's quite simple. It's honestly inviting families and having them participate in the activities you're doing within your sports performance class. A couple examples I thought of when brainstorming to myself would be maybe a family member / student run for charity, a weightlifting competition judged by the family members after they had came to a workout and learned the proper skills involved in judging a weightlifting competition. Or lastly, bringing in a nutrition specialist to speak to both the family members and the student in your class, in your sports performance class, about how to make lifelong healthy choices which will benefit them in both health and in sports performance in the short and long term.